Hello everyone and welcome back to LM Simulation here on YouTube. So, we're back. It's been a while. I always feel like it's been a while since I do my videos at the moment, obviously due to the video scheduling, but welcome to Christmas here on LM Simulation. This is the Christmas special video that I'm doing in Train Sim World 3, I believe we're on now. Keep forgetting which one we're on because they keep changing them from day to day, but yeah, welcome back to Train Sim World 3. So this is going to be a special Christmas video, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic December so far, and hope you're having a fantastic Christmas. So this video will come out around 5 days before Christmas, so it should be around the 20th of December that this video is released. Just so that you know, it is about 10 days before that at the moment, so it is just sort of the start of December outside, and we've had our first snow flurry this morning up here in the north of England, so it's been a bit cold and treacherous, so feeling in the Christmas spirit I think is the best way to do this. Anyway, so we're going to be doing a day in the life of a Southeastern train driver. Essentially I wanted to do this because it gives you a better feel of exploring the Southeastern high-speed route and everything that comes with it. I feel that I've only had a very brief look at it and I want to explore it further. So we're going to be doing these selection of 3-part scenario. This is working and ECS working, so there's no passengers involved in this at the moment. We're going to be doing a day in the life of a Southeastern train driver who's just clocked on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and he's going to work 5 out of 19 up to Slade Green. Obviously Slade Green is not in Train Sim World 3, unfortunately, only goes as far as Dartford, but we will get up to Dartford nonetheless. So this is in 3 parts. I have absolutely no idea why it's in 3 parts. To be honest, I'd have thought scenarios like this would be in 1 part, but anyway. So, let's get going. I think it's more than adequate to jump in. I think with the weather outside at the moment, I think it'd be right to do it in the snow, and I'm fairly sure that everyone would agree. And with this being a Christmas special, let's do it in the snow. Anyway, so let's jump in. We're starting off at Gillingham Depot with setting up the train for an ECS move. Then we've got to go over to 5 Alpha 19 Part 2. So the first part will only take us a couple of minutes. Part 2 will take us 10 minutes. And then Part 3, which I have to look for, will take us about 20 minutes. So all in all, this will be around an hour's scenario. Just to basically get the feel of you know, a day in the life of a Southeastern driver. You know, what would they do when they clock on at 1 o'clock, you know, in the afternoon? Where would they go? What coffee would they drink? You know. Probably not going to go into that much detail, but anyway, let's jump in. Welcome to Train Sim World 3. So, Birmingham Cross City, don't worry, that I'll be exploring in the early part of next year. I've got it on my wish list, someone's going to get it for me for Christmas. So, we are going to have an in-depth look into that in the new year. Right, so, welcome to 5 Alpha 19 Gillingham Depot, or Gillingham Depot, depending on what part of the world you're from, to Slade Green Depot, which is in London, just outside of London actually. So we're working the class 465-9, 266 tonnes, 8 coaches, 177 yards long, and we're working this from Gillingham to Gillingham at the moment. Obviously there's part 2 and 3 to come. So let's jump in. So here we are, our Southeastern driver. It's telling us to wait for a moment. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to not do the window. I'm going to jump out of the cab. 3 points of safety as we climb down these steps, as we get downstairs, but welcome to Christmas scenes here in LM Simulations Train Sim World Christmas special. Look at this. Looking good, aren't we? Very nice and festive. It's snowing outside and stuff like that. Trains don't like snow. They tend to have a bit of traction issues and stuff like that. So, but we're going to operate this service nonetheless because we are going to Slade Green or bust today. That's basically, we're driving the 465 home for Christmas. No Chris Rea reference there at all. So yeah, lovely class 465. It's one of my favourite trains to drive in this game. Really, really nice work. The fact that it's got you know, AP sounds on it and everything like that, it's just smashing. Really one of my favourite trains to drive. So let's jump in, get out the cold. Make sure that our interior lights are off actually, because we are only working in ECS. I believe the door wants to shut. Right, so we need to turn the interior lights off. I would love to see where the hell that is. So we need to turn that on. Need to turn that on. that on, that on. Basically everything you need to turn on. Let's have a look. I think isn't the interior lighting somewhere on here? Yeah, AWS, we need to turn that on. DSD, we're turning that on. Vigilance, we're turning that on. Traction isolation to normal. TPWS, vigilance, everything. So yeah, that's fine. Ox heat and lights off. Yeah, let's do that. We don't want. Oh, sorry, train lights off. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. Cool, lovely. Right, so we've got to stop in location. No, I don't want to give up the service. I'm still trying to operate it. So no, I don't need the fans on. Definitely not this time of year. I need the cab heater on. Does anyone know where the cab heater is? Right, let's turn the tail lights off. We need to turn these on to day running. That won't come on until obviously we've we've keyed in. So that's what we'll do next. Take us down to neutral and reset your AWS. Right, so cab heater full, maximum, 100%. Need that on, definitely. Righty ho. So let's jump into the driver's seat. Need to get these wipers going because it's it is snowing outside, so we do indeed need to get the wipers going. So I just need to familiarise myself. Wipers are down here, and we can turn them on to slow. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do fine. Right, let's put us into forwards. Take off the brakes. Put us into notch 1 and get going. Right, I'm going to turn the game sound up just a tad so you can hear it a bit more. That's down. There you go. Lovely. Right, so here we go. It's 13:55. I don't like to go above 5 miles an hour when I'm in the depot, on the basis that generally that tends to be the depot speeds. Well, especially when it's snowing, I wouldn't go above 5 miles an hour. I'd definitely ensure. We've got a train passing. I can't quite see. Sounds like something, isn't it? No, it's gone, whatever it is. Good timing, that. Let's get it back up to 5 miles an hour. You see, what I'm hoping, and I don't know whether this will happen or not, probably not, but I'm hoping, so I've not really done many of these scenarios, I'm hoping that the scenario will prompt me to start part 2 once I finish part 1. Probably won't, knowing the way that things work, but yeah, hopefully so. Let's get this up to speed. There we go. Yeah, I know that the speed limit is 15, but I don't feel that 15 is really appropriate at this stage, when you're shunting around in the depot. Oh, look at that. Very nice indeed. Feeling very frosty, aren't we? Probably about -3 out here at the moment. So I wouldn't say this is what it looks like outside at the moment. It snowed at the very early part of this morning for about 4 hours, and it stopped at about 8 AM, by which point everyone went outside and started throwing snowballs, and now it's all gone. So there you go. That's snow in this country. Doesn't tend to last very long. So the problem is in this country is it's very, very rarely is it minus temperatures during the day. It's usually minus temperatures during the night, which makes it snow, but obviously during the day it's not the same. I don't think we need it on quite as fast. I'm going to put us on intermittent. And that vigilance pedal is something I've got I've got concerns with, because in Train Sim Classic I press E for the vigilance pedal, because most time Ultra Powerhouse products are key binded to the E button on your keyboard. But when I press E to reset the vigilance on this train, and in Train Sim World 3, it's not E. E makes you stand up. So yeah, it's trying to, when you're playing a lot of Train Sim Classic and then you move and port over to Train Sim World 3 for an hour or something like that, it is just trying to get that key binding out your head, and I've been practicing at it, I really have. Colossal failures and AWS demands, brake demands and TPWS resets, all committing. We will get there. As you can see, no trains on the main line because basically gridlock. the minute that the snow falls down in this country, yeah, trains are few and far between. That being said, it's not been too bad today, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Just shunting this into the shunt neck. I presume that's where this scenario will end, because it was only for 3 minutes, and I think we've done our 3 minutes worth of driving. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it launches us into part 2, but obviously I'm not too sure. We might have to load that manually. I know what I'm looking for. 5 alpha 19. So. Oh. Let's stop. There we go. Cool. Job done. Lovely. Super. Continue. Oh, really? Why can't it just prompt you to load the next part? If it knows it's a part scenario, why can't it just prompt you? So what I've got to do now is return to timetable, and I presume I've got to look for part 2 of this service, which is, gosh, so 5 alpha 19. Might be easier just to look for that. Yeah, there we go, part 2. Now we've got to set up the weather all over again. This is where it gets really annoying. So light snow, dynamic, get started. Right, yeah. So it is a little bit not intuitive. I will make a suggestion to Dovetail Games. I will go on their support portal and make a suggestion that they make it a little bit more user friendly when doing these part 1, part 2, part 3 scenarios. That's all. Anyway, here we go. Let's get started. So we're back where we were again. Obviously now we've got to set the train up from the other end, because now we're at the other end of the train. So the first thing I'll do is I'll turn all these on again. On, and turn that on. That's lovely. I need to turn our train lights off. Now we need to turn our AWS on, DSD on, vigilance on, everything else is on already. Key in, take us down to neutral, reset your AWS. We've got another train. No, it's just the sound of this train. Oh, don't want the door open, it's going to be very chilly. We really don't want that door open. Let's put our cat heater on full, just to take proper advantage of this, and we'll put our wipers on intermittent, which is what we had before. Take our blind down a tad. Gosh, that is a loud blind noise, isn't it? Gosh, really is. I'm not complaining at all, but very loud blind noise. Let's have a look inside. Yep, everything's turned off. Got a nice first class in here. Well, last time I heard, Southeastern don't operate first class anymore. I think it's purely. I think they're the first. Are they one of the first tops in the country that only operate, a standard class, no first? But yeah, there you go. Train lights are on, so that's good. We're good to go. Right, let's jump in. Put us into forward. Put us into notch 1, and let's get going. Back to 5 miles an hour again. Oh, hello. We're having a bit of a train race here. Yes, boy. That is cool. Whoa, what have I done? Oh no. Oh, I don't know what I've done. Just bear with me 1 sec. I've pressed the button and it's gone into windowed mode. I have absolutely no idea. No, I don't want it in windowed mode. I want it in full screen. Yeah. Accept screen settings. No. What on earth has happened here? Gosh, what on earth has happened here? 1920 by. Yeah, no, not 4K. I don't do 4K. I need it in full screen. Apply. Yes. Right, okay. No worries. Sorry about that, guys. I have absolutely no idea what just happened there. Oh dear. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What on earth? Have I? What? I've gone the wrong way. My apologies. Welcome to the day in the life of a Southeastern driver who nearly crashes into another train in the depot. I feel really like it didn't actually prompt you at all to like set the manual Like, everything was set automatically in the previous part, so that is really spooky. Oh well, let's pretend that never happened, guys. Let's literally pretend that never happened. Welcome to, you know, absolutely spooky happenings. Oh dear, we've not even got our lights on. Oh dear. We're not doing very well today, are we? So, put them on today running, move us into forwards, put us into this, change the point. There we go. Okay, he's waiting for us now. Very sorry. We are slightly delayed due to a technical issue where the train driver didn't know where he was going. And there we go. 2, 5. There we go. So we're going to go through the carriage wash now, and we're going to head out into the station. I'm not too sure what's going to happen from there. I've probably broken the scenario, to be honest. Because we are due there at 14:04, and it is already 14:04, so we are running late now. Hopefully the scenario can be nice to us and say, yeah, you can proceed anyway. What's that? Is there a light engine in the station? That's cool. Yeah, I don't want to go above 5 because I feel that this should be the natural maximum for this weather. Right. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Are we being carriage washed? Not too sure there's any point in that with the weather. But... yeah, it's a nice horn. Only thing I don't like, obviously, is that the B button, which I use in Train Sim Classic as the low tone horn, and the spacebar is the high tone, or the other way around, obviously. In this game, or that's another key binding that you've got to sort of change around in your head, because B does the signal to the driver, to the guard, whereas it's N, which is just the low horn, space, which is just the high horn. So there we go. But look at this frosty happenings here in Gillingham in Kent. There's 2 types of Gillingham, I believe. There's Gillingham is in Essex, Gillingham, and then there's a Gillingham in Kent, I believe. Or am I wrong? And then there's a Rainham in Kent, and then there's a Rainham in Essex. Yeah, I might be going up the going up the wrong. I know there's another Gillingham. Definitely know, because this is known as Gillingham, Kent, and then there's obviously another one somewhere in this country. There's loads of places that just have like 2 different places named after them. Probably a good idea to find out where they are. So let's stop, see what the signal wants us to do. Probably tell me I'm fired and get my P45. Well, I can't go forwards because we're at a red light. Stop in location as indicated, 2.2 miles. So now I'm going to contact the signaller using the signal phone. Denied, wait for signal to change. Ah, there we go. I thought I broke the scenario. I really did. Bye, my friend. Have a good day. Oh. There we go, I'll take us up to 10, that feels about natural coming out of the depot. Or maybe up to 15 because I'm running a bit late. There we go. Also got to bear in mind it is going to be icy out there, icy, slippery. Look at that road, oh gosh, we want to be driving on that. Yeah, because you know, you can imagine it slips around, slides around in a 2-ton car at 10 miles an hour. Imagine what it must feel like in a train that's you know 166 tons. That's going a lot faster. You know, it can be very, very, very tricky. So that 2 mile point, I'm going to guess that's Rochester, which is where, for some weird reason, this scenario wants me to load part 3. So we'll do that. That's fine. Right, let's get up to speed. Oh, there is a shed there. Very nice. Everyone's everyone's got their umbrellas out. Must be cold, everyone. I love the way that the snow doesn't. Oh, nice! It's a shed. And there's a javelin. Look at that. Very nice. Kicking up all that snow. I must admit that kicking up snow effect is odd. It kind of looks like flashes of light. It's really, it's like a nice effect. So I'll say that. But obviously, not too sure on the how it actually looked. But yeah, very good. Very nice indeed. You've seen me absolutely balls up this service already, so nothing's changed. Still a dreadful train driver in every respect. There we go. Let's get us up to 50. And then we'll be able to take our speed back in a sec, because we are going to be going with this. Let's have a look. 52. Let's take us down the lap. And there we go, down to 50. That's better. Oh, look at that. Snow everywhere. It's such a gorgeous game at this time of year. I'm also going to turn our wipers on to slow. So I just feel that when you're moving faster, obviously it's much more important to have those wipers going. And we'll be stopping shortly and loading up part 3. Yeah, now we're massively speeding. Go, that down to 30. So this is not Rochester. It's this Chatham. Is it Chatham? I don't live in this area. I've never lived in this area. It's very weird. I don't know what the ground's doing. That's very weird, isn't it? Oh, look at that effect. That's nice. Let's go to the end of the platform. Chatham. Yeah, I was Oh, that is nice, that snow effect. Very nice indeed. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Yeah. Very nice, yeah. No, I'm a fan of that now. Yeah, that looks good. That really does look good. Very, very, very authentic. Adds a whole new definition to this game. I mean, second to none. I won't say perfect. Of course, it's not perfect. No game is perfect. But in this respect, they've just added an insane new dimension to this game. Wow, absolutely wow. I'm impressed. I'm very rarely am I impressed by dovetail games. No offense. But that's impressed me, and I can't wait to have a look at Birmingham Cross City. We're looking at that in the new year. That'll be good to have a look at. Right, so this is where we're stopping. Obviously, this is probably we're being held here in the loop. So rather than being held in the scenario, it probably would just say launch on part 3. So there we go, that takes us to the old Rochester station, which is the up loop, as we are here. I mean, it wants us to stop at the station, but I'm going to pull up at the signal. Feels a bit more authentic. If you're going to stop in a loop, stop in the loop properly. Very nice indeed. And there we go. Super stuff. Well, that's us done in part number 2. Hope you're enjoying it thus far. Welcome. Right, so there we go. Did alright. Kind of buggered up the first part of it, but let's return to the timetable. So 5 Alpha 19 part 3. Now this is the longest part, so we'll hopefully be following a service. We'll have a look. So let's search 5 Alpha 19, let's do part 3, set the weather to... Oh, let's set it to a snowstorm, let's set it to a full-on blizzard. So by the time that we left the loop, the up loop at Rochester, it's really, really bad weather. So let's get going. This is going to be tricky now. This is going to be full on. You're going to need to have your eyes and your heads. You're going to need to be alert. So let's get going. We are going to need to set everything up again, unfortunately, but don't worry. Driving it all the way to Dartford now. That's fantastic. Wow. Doesn't really feel like a blizzard, does it really? But anyway, wait for a moment. Yeah, I know. Oh dear. Is the train moving or? Oh gosh, that's scary. When you look up, the trees make it look like the train is moving. That is so... yeah, that is spooky. Oh gosh, that is a blizzard now. Wow, okay, no, I take it back. I take it back. What on earth? Right, okay, no, I take that back. I said a minute ago that didn't look like a blizzard. Never speak too soon, kids. Always listen to your parents. Never speak too soon. You'll regret it in life. You really will. Wow, now that is absolutely chucking it down. We're going to need to have it on fast. God in hell. Right, this is going to be tricky now. This is really going to be tricky. Oh gosh. You can hear it. You can hear the winds and everything. I can hear some beeping. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's your DSD. No idea. Okay. So we're here in the siding. Well, I say siding. I'm just waiting for this to head, which is that 4-coach train that I nearly crashed into, to go ahead. I'll be leaving shortly. There it goes. We'll then be following that, by the looks of it, all the way. He's going down to Tunbridge, or Paddock Wood, one of the two. And we'll be following... Where's that shed? Oh, it's still there. Interesting. Yeah, maybe it's just light engine to Who Junction, who knows, right. Let's move forward to the signal. Oh, we've got the road now anyway, that's fine. Yeah, so my only criticism still of this game, obviously as we approach the Christmas period, my only criticism is saying that hopefully, really hopefully, that they'll develop a tool. I don't know whether it's even possible without having obviously a modification installed, but developing a tool that enables you to be able to adjust the FOV more than that, because to me I'm still a little bit too zoomed in for my liking here. You see, so yeah, there you go, that's the PSD. I don't even know if it's remotely possible. I've spoken to a gentleman called Josh Rubio, who does a lot of the modifications, and apparently to him you have to download an unlocking tool for Unreal Engine, because it is actually not an issue with the game, it's more of an issue with the limitation of the game engine, which I'm surprised about, because I mean, as beautiful as this game is, and I would not have it in any other game engine, apart from Unreal Engine 5 that is, because it's Unreal Engine 4. You know, I really wouldn't have it in anything else. I think it looks great. So the next train is the 1451 to Victoria. And we've still got our tail lights on, let's fix that. I think night running is probably best for this. Why is he under the ground? I have no idea. He's sunk! No idea. Oh my god. This weather is something else, it really is. And off we go. Oh, and another one! Haha, lovely. I love that. Oh my word. Gosh, this snow. Very nice. Yeah, I like this game. I really like this game. It's just a breath of fresh air, because you don't get any of this in Train Sim Classic. And as great as Train Sim Classic is, at, you know, being able to do certain stuff, it just doesn't have the same abilities that this game does. You know, it's got so much more to give. I think there's so much more they can do with this game that they probably haven't realised yet. Like, I would love, and I've always asked for this, it sounds really weird, but I'd love a mode where you could just be like a train guard or a train dispatcher or something like that. I'd love that in this game. I know you can be a passenger, and that's brilliant, don't get me wrong, I love that. But I'd just love to be maybe a guard where you can ding ding, and then the driver can acknowledge, the AI driver can acknowledge, and then you can just get on your way. Maybe even multiplayer, where I can be the guard, my mate can be the train driver, or I can be the driver, my mate can be the guard. I've got loads of ideas for this game, and I'm fairly sure, given the right investment, and obviously the know-how, I'm fairly sure you could actually fulfill it. You know, I don't think there's anything stopping them, and I think multiplayer is probably a really, really great aspect that it just would look so good for people to look into. What I don't like, and I will say this, is I would much prefer, and it sounds really dull and boring, but I'd much prefer everyone to have the same colour umbrellas, like just do black umbrellas or something like that. It looks a bit playful that everyone's going around with like pink umbrellas, and you know, look at that guy. I've never seen a purple umbrella in my life. Maybe I've been looking in the wrong place, but I just haven't. So it takes away from all the immersion. You've got all of this fantastic weather system, you've got graphics that are superb, you know, it just takes it away. It really does. It's the only thing, because those colours are quite vibrant. You know, I think if it was snowing, you would barely, you know, especially in a blizzard, you would barely be able to see a guy with a purple umbrella. It is very interesting. But yeah, no, I've got loads and loads of ideas, and as you can probably tell, I am very much invested in this game. I'm always getting DLC for it, so there's always stuff to do for Train Sim Classic, and there's always stuff to do for Train Sim World 2. I'll always have, or Train Sim World 3 as it is now, I'd always have stuff on my mind that I want to achieve with it. Some more content's coming in next year. I've got some more German routes coming. Got an in-depth look at the island line coming in the first half of next year. I know it's really, really delayed, and I can only apologise. Obviously, illness and everything's taken over, but I've got all of that coming, and I absolutely cannot wait to bring it all to you. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to be doing a special live stream up close to Christmas, sort of like a Christmas special live stream. That will already have happened by the time this video goes out. So I just hope that you guys have enjoyed that. You guys can obviously then enjoy this video on a separate matter. I'd like to not have the same live stream that I do with the same video. You know, for example, my live stream is probably going to be it's going to be on a completely different route. It's actually going to be on the Cathcart Circle, because I haven't driven that route in so long, and I think Scotland in snow would look insane. So yeah, Cathcart Circle, day in the life of a ScotRail driver, and then you can have a day in the life of a Southeastern driver here. So. But I love doing that. That's why I do the drive times, because I want it to be realistic. I want my channel to be as close to real life as possible. And you know, doing these day in the life videos really, really allows you to bring the immersion in. It allows you to showcase exactly what these drivers will do when they clock on, when they clock off, when they book on, when they book off. And that's obviously when you have to change parts and scenarios, that does break that immersion slightly. Literally my only criticism though. Wow, that snow's coming down now. Gosh. So we're going up to Dartford, so we're going to go through Who Junction shortly. So you'll see Who Junction and the freight depot that's at Who Junction Yard. And then as we head towards it's Gravesend from there, and then head round towards the new extension up to Dartford, which I quite enjoy actually, because it means you actually got a little bit further to drive in this, and I would actually enjoy it more if they were actually able to get this route all the way up to London Bridge or wherever these trains go to, or Cannon Street or wherever they go. I'd love that if they could extend that all the way, and you could either drive to St Pancras one day to Cannon Street the next. That would be my dream, but you know, they keep extending this route, so we'll see. Look at that! Wow, that's fab. Really looks awesome. It's like a winter wonderland out here at the moment. It looks fantastic. Screenshot. This is insane. Well, thank God we're not following anything. Well, that being said, I think we are. Although that train must have gone. Yes, the only other thing that I would fix if I was Dovetail Games is that whistle horn. The horn is very quiet at certain volumes, so yeah, look at that. There's Hoo Junction Yard for you. Can't really see much because of the snow, but there's a shed. EWS one. Another EWS one. Oh dear, there you go, we're back, cool. Yeah, so we've got 9 miles until Dartford, so 9 miles of driving through this is going to be very tricky, very challenging indeed. But anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed this this video, or you are enjoying it at the moment. Obviously I want to do more. I really want to do more footage, more videos for the channel. Just want to explore while I've got you here some of my plans for 2023. So we are going to be going back into Flight Simulator. That's going to be our first endeavour in 2023. I've got some brand new games that I am going to be bringing to you regularly from the Easter onwards. So that's going to be happening from Easter. London Underground simulators, stuff like that. I've just got some games that I really want to showcase that I've had on my Steam account for ages, but I've never even looked into them. So we're going to be looking into some brand new games from Easter, so you can look forward to that. Easter special is going to be on a whole. We're going to be going underground for Easter special. We're going to be doing a special London Underground district or circle line or whatever. I think I've got one of those simulators that I've never looked into. And Tram Sim is something that I'm going to be bringing to you closer to the summer. I want to get some special training for that and stuff, just so that I can be the best tram driver that there is possible. But yeah, Tram Sim is certainly something I'm going to be bringing to you next year. So we've got a bit of Flight Simulator. So we're going to start off with Flight Simulator. I'm going to be doing a bit of a sort of a post-Christmas special Flight Simulator for the new year. So you'll have a Flight Simulator video around about the start of January, probably about the 2nd or 3rd, just for like the New Year special, or the 1st maybe, and then you'll also have a video. Oh gosh, massively speeding now. Yeah, so you're going to have a flight sim video from me. That's going to be a point-to-point flight, so we're actually going to be doing, probably Heathrow to somewhere, to be honest. Doing one of our first operations for BA. So it's going to be a BA flight out of Heathrow. Not long haul or anything like that. It's probably going to be not too long. One of those, where you can just fly down to Nice or something like that. Something nice and sweet where you can enjoy yourself. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a special flight in the new year for the New Year's, and then I won't have another video. Gosh, I'm doing very well with these speeds today, aren't we? Look at that, 395 jumping, very nice. I love how the snow collects on the front of it. That is really, really cool. So yeah, so Flight Simulator, that's going to be a starting point. There won't be another video in January, unfortunately. because I can only budget to do one video per month, and if I am doing it at the start of the month as a New Year's special, then I won't be able to do one towards the end of the month, unfortunately. So after that, we'll go back into Trains World. We will then cover, we'll then cover the all new Island Line and stuff like that. We've got tons to cover. Although, as I said, Island Line is going to be a bit later, so we'll be covering basically that Birmingham Cross City route, which I've been looking forward to for so long. So, it just sounds cool, being able to do that sort of route, definitely. And it's an all-new route, it's not something we've had before. I've been looking forward to having Birmingham New Street in the game. Seems to me that they like doing this sort of thing where they test bed routes in Trains Classic first, because recently, they've done that sort of thing in Trains Classic recently. And they like to test bed it, and then if they, if it all goes well, then they can invest in that route for Trains World 3. And I must admit, the route immersions in Trains World, like, I could drive this route in Trains Classic, but it just wouldn't be the same. Even in the snow, it just wouldn't be the same. The AP weather and all of that, it just would never be the same. And as much as I like the 465 in Trains Classic, I just wouldn't feel the same way, driving in it. It doesn't have the immersion of the, look at the snow being picked up and stuff like that. It's so ridiculously immersive. Look at that. Gosh. You could never get that in Trains Classic. So yeah, it really is something completely different, and it's something that I think we've needed for quite a while, definitely. So there you go, that goes off to the high speed lines there. We're not going that way, which makes a difference. We are heading off to Dartford. Only got 4.8 miles to go. But yeah, no, I really feel that this has been an absolutely gem of a route. The way that they've done it, the way they've developed it, the way that it's been showcased, absolutely fantastic. And I can only, really give my credit out to Dovetail Games for the work that they've done on this, the immersion. There you go, we've got a new achievement. We've driven 465 miles, well, 46.5. And there's the high speed lines there, that you can see much. There they are. Oh, hello, it's 465. Gosh, look at that. Wow, that is nice indeed. So the next train is to Charing Cross, 8 coaches. Yeah, you see, I'd love to drive all the way up to Charing Cross on this part of the route, so maybe one day, we'll never know. But this is fabulous, really, really fabulous. I really hope you guys have been enjoying doing these Trains World videos with me. I am open to requests, I'd like to say that right now. If there's any route that you'd like to see me do, any train particularly you'd like to see me drive, just put it in the comments below this video. I respond to all comments all the time, so just let me know, and I'll absolutely do my best to feature that in a video. I'm more than happy to do anything. If you've created a livery that you've done in Creators Club and you want me to feature it, more than happy to do that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here as a people person, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, absolutely. Just put it in the comments below, and I'll get back to you, and you'll see your video up. Well, you'll see my video up with your stuff in it at some point. That's a commitment from me to you. As an open channel, as someone who's a broadcaster who'd like to be a lot more amenable to everyone. There's, a lot of these broadcasters, a lot of these people on YouTube, they've got their own ideas what they want to do, and they don't really take suggestions or hints. Whereas I am the opposite. I'm an open book. What I do is curated by you. You guys are what make this channel. So thank you. I really feel appreciated for. I really feel that what I do is something that I love, absolutely I love, and I wish I could do it as a full-time job. I would give up my job in a heartbeat if I could do this as a full-time job, but the risks are too high. When you've got this much, you know, riding on it. You've got rent, you've got bills, you've got, you know, increased energy costs when you've got a car to pay for. On top of all that, you know, it really does place you in a position where you have to evaluate your priorities. And you know, if I could see a full-time way to do this, I would in a heartbeat. But I just can't, unfortunately. So that being said, doesn't mean I'd never do it full-time. Maybe in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, who knows? But there's so much that I want to do in life, you know, and you know, being able to do these videos with you, that is part of something I've always wanted to do. Been extremely lucky in being able to do that. So anyway, there you go. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everyone has enjoyed this video. I really feel that it's been a pleasure to bring this to you. It really has. I've thoroughly enjoyed being able to showcase this route, these trains. There's so much more that I'm going to be able to do in 2023. It's going to be an extremely prosperous year for this channel. There's going to be so much. Do keep an eye out. Do subscribe, do like, and make sure you hit that notification bell. I know I only release videos once a month, but you can then be kept informed on what my videos are, what I'm doing, everything like that. And do have a look at my Twitch. I will be live streaming the week before Christmas. Well, I've already have live streamed by the time this video has gone out. But yeah, I'll be live streaming again in the new year. I definitely have plans to live stream. So do keep an eye out for that. Special live stream for the new year. That'll be a flight simulator live stream. So, we'll be flying somewhere nice in the in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And there we go. Welcome to Dartford. If by magic we are here. Hasn't taken long at all. This is the terminating point on the north end of Southeastern High Speed. Unfortunately, it doesn't go any further north. As much as I wanted to, I really wanted to go further north. So, you know, if you guys are listening to Dovetail Games, I'm more interested in going, let's go up to Charing Cross, let's do the full route, let's do everything you can possibly think of. But welcome to Dartford in this snowstorm blizzard. And there we go, we've got to stop up here. Lovely. There we go. Welcome to Dartford, everyone. There we go. So let's just press continue and return to freeway. There we go. Right. Well, I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. It's been a very cold drive north to Dartford. It's just been fantastic to be able to showcase this to you and you know, be able to enjoy my Christmas special. I will be back in the new year. Much closer to the new year, so do keep an eye out on YouTube for that. Do keep an eye out on my Twitch for live streams, because I will be doing a live stream closer to the new year as well. For all of you guys that love Flight Simulator, I'll be back in Flight Simulator doing an all new flight, which will be nice and fun. There we go. So I've just been kicked out by the train driver, who's then driving with the door open. Hi! Very nice of him. Right. No worries at all. So there we go. Let's watch our train depart. I mean, that train driver was quite rude. He just kicked me out. I'm going to be putting in a grievance against him. Horrible. All you had to do was just say please. I'm giving you the controls in a heartbeat. So there you go. Welcome to Dartford, everyone. I hope everyone's enjoyed this video. I will be back here on LM Simulation in due course, so do keep an eye out. And in the meantime, all I can do now is wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and have a wonderful New Year. I will be back in the New Year, so do keep an eye out for that. All the best, guys. Do take care, and a very Merry Christmas to all. Ta-ra.